All right, I'm live. Once again, Kingdom Comics here, showing you the process of creating a comic book with your own characters and your own concepts from scratch. And I've shown the entire raw process, all the changes, doing some last minute changes right here to the cover, but I'm going to ink this tonight. I wanted to show you what's going on. So here's the cover, right? Here's the cover, and here is what I'm getting ready to ink. I'll probably basically I'm gonna put the arc in here. So this is their ship. So I'm gonna probably squeeze it. It's gonna be kind of a lot to fit in the cover, but I'm gonna probably lower their heads a little bit on the sides. This guy and the other guy here, and shrinking these down. And I'm making them even better. The poses are more action packed, more refined and thought out. Now that I really have their armor refined and their look refined, here, let me give you a good. And there's the three leaders of the. Cool, I already got a thumbs up. Look at that. And then their heads are going to go in between here. So it's kind of like a mosaic or something, I guess is what you call it. And it's not going to be the, I know I keep changing things, but it's not going to be the Anarchangels. It's going to be the Archangels, as in, here, I'll just, but not Arc, ARCH, because the Arc plays a big role in all of this. The Arc is where, like, the remnants of humanity that they choose are allowed to come and stay in, like, a fifth dimensional pocket or something like that, where it's disguised as kind of like mom and pop and apple pie, 1950s or 1940s America, but with better technology and, like, because because the human mind can't really grasp actual real paradise like heaven on, heaven. And but they don't stay, a lot of people don't stay on the ark all the time. They have jobs, like they have to come, like, well, the people that can handle it, because a lot of people, like especially women and children, they can't. It's like post apocalyptic Earth, so everything's like destroyed. There's like gangs and cannibalism and just, raiders. It's kind of like Fallout 3 or something. Everything's destroyed. There's mutants and mechs and all this type of stuff walking around, roaming around, ravaging it. And then the remnants of humanity are trying to keep up the destroyed cities against, like, like the line has been drawn between good and evil. There's no more moral objectivity. It's all out war between good and evil now, between God's people and Lucifer's people. And Lucifer's new disguise is the Nebulord, but his original name is Apollyon. But he's deceptive, you know what I mean? He comes back, he possesses a new body, and he goes by the name, everyone calls him Nebulord. But so the people that can handle it, mostly men, like women and children, really cannot. Once they get a taste of living on the ark, you know what I mean, living in basically paradise, uh they can't handle post-apocalyptic Earth anymore. So it's not for everybody, but the people that can handle it go back. Like, they leave the ark and they have, they help humanity, they lead humanity. They're like president, they're like governors and stuff like that of the divided states of America, basically. But these guys here run it all. Mainly this guy in the middle runs it all. Like, I'm not going to tell you, but, but one of these characters is probably going to die at one point. I'm not going to give up which one. You have to read the comic book, but basically, uh, so it's going to be the arc. It's just a play on words, the arc. And I want to be the first one to get this, so nobody can say it's not my idea. But It's going to be the ARC, the Archangels, as in the Ark. So it's pretty cool. But it's pretty much the same. It's just a play on words, and it rolls off the tongue. In Archangels doesn't roll off the tongue as easy. The Archangels, that rolls off the tongue easier. So it's going to be the Ark, and it's an excuse for a lot of mutants and monsters and robots and mechs and blood and gore and battles and guns and you know what I mean, fist fighting and people getting their asses kicked for being degenerate pieces of filth and just on and on and on. I don't know how many issues I'll do. It depends on how successful it's going to be. But I'm inking this tonight, and I'm throwing this in there. If I can fit it all, I'm going to try. And I had to shrink. Look at like how much I look at how much I had to shrink them down. But they don't need to necessarily be that big. You know what I mean? It's less work and less detail that I have to do. So there's that. The Archangels, and it's coming together nicely. I'm going to show it off because I'm so proud of it. I sent this to Jimmy Reyes at Page One Comics. I think he said the one critique was this eye's too big, so I'm going to shrink that eye out a little bit. I ended up shrinking her head down to fit the body, and then I think I forgot to shrink her eye. So he's right. I looked at it, and yeah, that eye is a little bit big. But other than that, I sent that to Jimmy Reyes, and hopefully he's going to ink it. He's looking for fan art, and he says he really likes it. So I was like, oh, I kind of fudged the background, and it's kind of lame and whatever. He's like, no, I like it. So hopefully Jimmy Reyes is going to put his inks to that. Uh, but anyway, look at this cut. Look at this page one. Damn. Underwater. I got in all the detail. All the detail. I got their little logo on their shoulder pads. Look at all that detail. There's the boat. There's the leader. Uh uh I think his name is going to be his last is Commander Powerland, basically. Commander Powerland is his last name's Powerland, and his first name's going to be like Daniel or Jonathan Powerland or something like that. I'm just coming up with names for all the characters. Just cool, kind of cool. But and his code name's going to be Wrecker, basically. He's like his suit is the muscle of the group. Like it's super strong armor, almost impenetrable. He's great strength. He has some guns too, and but yeah, and there's the flying armor in all its glory, blocking 50 cal fire with his shield. He's got he's got double barrel uh, automatic machine guns, and then he's got like a launcher that launches like little rockets and like smoke grenades, and you're like, oh, how's it all fit in there? Well, they have replicators. They or basically, oh, I'm sorry, you might not be able to hear me. I forgot, but he's got like three ports, three. It's a triple barrel. It's two guns, and then like a grenade launcher, like a grenade launcher, smoke grenade launcher type thing, or a missile launcher, smoke grenade launcher on the top, and they basically replicate. They steal this technology. When I get into the storyline, these three guys are brazen enough to go down under the earth, and they steal pre-flood, pre-Noah's flood. Basically, it turns out the Bible was right. There were monsters and giants walking around and fallen angels with all, and they had and a lot of the technology that we think is being invented is just that is has always been here, and it's just the fallen angels teaching humans and releasing it little by little because they get off on the pain and suffering of humans. So and they're for pure pleasure. They live for pure pleasure, and they don't ever want to like go back to the kingdom, to God's kingdom again. Basically, the fallen angels, well, some of them do, and that's how you get or you can be redeemed. And I'll get more into that. But they so they go back. They go under the earth and they into these caverns and they steal pre-Noah's flood technology, which allows them to build the ark and all their suits and everything. They have like the smartest men and women that they know, like backwards engineer what little technology they can understand, and they work it into their suits and into the ship here. Some of it they can't even understand, they can't even grasp it, but it basically this is a deep storyline. But I've never read anything like it, so it's going to be fun to write and fun to draw. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to cover everything, but it'll be fun for a while. It depends on how successful issue one is, and then I'll just keep pumping out issues after that. If I don't make enough, you know, uh, to make a little bit of money, I'm probably just going to hang it up. But if it takes off and I make 40, 50 grand or something like that, I reach 40, 50 grand on an Indiegogo, then I'll probably I'll definitely keep pumping out issues. So there it is, man. I'm inking the cover. It's pretty much the cover, although I'm going to change it a little bit tonight. And I'll be on either probably tomorrow or tomorrow night, tomorrow during the day or tomorrow night with the finished cover. And just wanted to give you guys a little update. It's going to be the arc. So I hope you like it. If you do, give me a like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, or not, or tell me why you hate it and why it sucks. Uh, I really don't care. I'm having a lot of fun and I'm learning a lot. I've come a long way. I could break out some of my old sketches. You can just go back and look at my videos of me trying to manifest more closer to what's in my head, and not and some of it came, like the arc. I've just kind of kept playing with it and playing with it, and it just evolved into this. But I think it's pretty tight. There is the arc. And so anyway, I got to get to work. I'm gonna throw a movie on in the background while I finish fleshing out these characters, and I'm gonna get the inks out and get my pens out and everything, and start inking probably within an hour or two. So thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Kingdom Comics.